There, is that better? I take it nobody could hear me. Dear me, this is why you shouldn't drink and do Facebook at the same time. Let me just go to where that is there. Let me just make sure that's right. Yeah, okay, so so those of you that can't lip read, good evening. It's been a long day down at Prestige today. We've been working on this for about 10 hours now, trying to get this auction finished so we could get it live for you guys tonight to have a look. It's the auction that's going to take place on the 5th of July, and it is an absolute monster auction. It's going to be a sort of 135 lots of antiques, collectibles and all the rest of it, and then followed up with sort of 500 to 600 lots or whatever it is of vintage toys. Now the toys have come from 3 different estates, all two from in Grimsby and 1 from down south as well. So we've done our best to get the auction up and running for you. We're probably about because I'm working on 2 different computers at the moment. We're probably about an hour off being able to put it live on Easy Live, so you better look at the full catalogue. It's been a hell of a day. I just thought I'd go live now and just give you a bit of a sneak preview. We've been live on YouTube for the last half an hour, and you can see here some of the toys that are in this auction that's coming up are absolutely fantastic. Now you will notice when we go on Easy Live a bit later that we have literally just put a very, very general guideline of price. Anybody that watched our toy auction in between Christmas and New Year this year would see that it went absolutely balmy. This one, we are going to advertise the hell out of this one. We've already joined up to all the Dinky and Corgi sites and everything around the country, and we're going to start advertising this out. But what I thought I'd just do is give you a little bit of a sneak peek of Pete Moyer can't hear anything. Right, so just anybody else. Can anybody else hear anything? Anybody? Somebody just tell me. Pete Moyer saying loud and clear. Hello. All good. Sound and pics. Excellent. Thank you. Right, so what I thought I'd do, because we've been running on YouTube for the last half an hour, we're just going to show you some of the, just a general preview of some of the stuff you haven't seen yet that's in this auction. I mean, look at some of these items. Some of these toys are absolutely fantastic, and that is so much bigger than you would actually think. You know, it's probably 16 inches across, that one. Let's have a quick look what else we've got in here. Some of these cast items, look, and this is just to name but a few. When you start seeing some of these things, these are big toys in boxes. Some of them are in varying conditions, you know. It's not everything is perfect, but a lot of them are really good. Some of the boxes have got a lot of wear, there's no doubt about that, but the items inside are pretty much mint condition. We really enjoyed doing the toy auction at Christmas, and to get another one so close up, and we haven't put everything in. So there's probably, we've just been discussing this week, and there's probably going to be another Antiques, Collectibles and Toy auction in August as well. That is literally how busy we are. I mean, you look at some of these, I'll try and click through some of these. A little set of Harley Davidsons there. Look at the condition that they're in the boxes and everything. You know, the Chipperfield Circus stuff, of course the usual Borrego stuff. And these are quite interesting. American Muscle. These are by Airtel. Again, bit of box wear and all the rest of it, which will affect them a bit, but generally speaking, the models inside them are absolutely fantastic. Look at this, all these American old cars and things. I've been told to tell you that Lisa will not be coming in and mouthing off, because she's actually sat watching a chick flick in the conservatory while I'm working. See, and she makes out she does it all, bless her. A little Airtel collection there, and let's get to some of these other things, because I mean, look at these are fantastic. These were mint in the box as well. Spitfire, these are by Atlas. And then we get on some of the groups. Now, don't get me wrong, some of them are a bit dusty. There's no doubt about it. Some of them have been on display. We've done our damnedest to get them as clean as possible. Sorry, I'm having to keep me on different computers here because I've got so much going on. And then we get to the trays of die-cast. The trays of die-cast, I mean, we've got so many big lots, and there's vintage lots. One of the big things these days, of course, is people are actually doing these up. These are the originals, the Dinkies and the Corgis. Look at that pair of Massey Fergusons. They're not in bad nick, them really. They're play-worn, but they're still good. Some of the tanks. There's a massive amount of Eddie Stobart stuff in this sale. It really is a huge amount. So I do apologise for the dust. We've got as much off as we can, but some of these will need a clean. Usual sort of Lado stuff, and as always with an auction, of course, we start off with some of the cheaper bits and then sort of move on to some of the dearer bits. I mean, look at these sets here. These are in, I think there was in 25, something like that, and all mint condition motorbikes. There's 2 sets of those. That box of Lego there, you'll see this online later on, but I think it actually coming at about 14 kilos, something like that. It's a humongous box of Lego. Should fetch a few quid, that one. Just get through some of the box lots. Look at these. This must have been some sort of Pepsi promotion or whatever, and all these little die-cast cars are in Pepsi cans. We've got some Thunderbirds there, more die-cast, the American Cadillacs and all the rest of it. What else have we got? Let's find some of the interesting. I found this quite an interesting lot as well. Real big collection of badges. Lots and lots of badges in there. Any of you badge collectors out there, or dealers, of course. And bearing in mind is that, like I said, we've not put all the stuff into this auction. There's going to be so much more to go yet. As we come down here, we've got some of the 00 gauge stuff. Where are we? Let's have a look. And then we start getting on some of the model cars and the planes, and these, you know, these are all in good sets. Look, you know, it's not just like we're selling one item at a time, unless it's quite special. Let's just flick through these. Of course, you will be able to see all these very soon on Easy Live. Okay, the Easy Live auction is going to be live tonight. Get yourself registered for this one. It's going to be a good auction. Then we start heading on to some of the dinky stuff. And look at this old Dinky and Corgi. This is all original vintage stuff from the 60s and 70s. You can see there, a bit play worn, this stuff, but you know, it's still good. The big Corgi fairground sets, you know, they are absolutely stunning. And look at these. These was a bit of a treat in a box. This is the Scale Electric Power and the Glory cars. They didn't make that many of these, we've found out. There's 3 of these in the sale. 3 separate lots, and they are extremely good. You look at these, the condition is fantastic. Again, bit of wear to the boxes, but nothing major. They're quite expensive online, those ones to look out for in the sale, I think. Back to more American Muscle and more. These items as well, these are so heavy. They're made by a German company, and they are, again, extremely good quality die-cast items. Look at this as well, Isle of Man TT type things, 3 wall plaques. That was quite nice. And then we move on to some of this stuff. We've got the big boats. Oh, Lisa's here. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
I just told them that you wouldn't be saying anything tonight.
No, I'm not. I'm off to straighten my hair.
Oh, lovely. Okay, thanks for that. And then we get on some more model kits. More model kits in this auction. I've got a few upside down there. I'll have to get that sorted out. Oh, that's a bit of a disaster. Short Sterling. Someone was telling me that's quite a rare one. And we've got some big boat kits. Peacemakers. Stratofortress. Some of these Airtool ones. These are big sets, these. Again, they should fetch a few quid. Various Matchbox items on there as well. And then we start moving up towards the older stuff now. Let's start just flicking through. These are quite interesting. We've got 2 of these in the auction, actually. These Colt 45 caliber replica guns made for firing blanks, sort of reenactment type guns. And then we get on some of these. We've got several of these in the auction. These are big boxes, the military, Corgi Military Aviation Archives. And look at these. Look, they're still in the paper wrappings in the boxes. They are in mint condition. There's the first 3. The last 2 that we've got here, again, these came from a different one down south, these ones, and the bit of play, a bit of wear to the boxes again, but generally speaking, the models are pretty good. And this is quite a rare one as well, the Lancaster Rescue Mission or something or other, that one. Corgitronics, and then we get onto some of these bits. There's the other one of those guns. Let's just have a look what else we've got. We'll start getting through some of the boxes. And then we get onto these. These were quite good, actually. Now we've listed these on the auction as AF. because we cannot guarantee that all the pieces are there, but they come from a collection, so there's no reason why there shouldn't be. Lots of these metal kits, and you look at some of the prices on here from years and years ago. They're really expensive items, so who knows, maybe one for the dealers there. This one's quite a big model kit. That one looks to be all complete. Then we get onto some more play-worn stuff, Corgi and Matchbox and all the rest of it. Oh, look at this. This is a bit of a treat for all you retro buyers out there. An original Commodore 64 with the cassette and the power pack as well. Sadly, it's not got the original box, but it's been kept in this sort of flight case thing that's been made for it, which is another good thing. What else we got in here? Then we get on sort of retro toys. Look at this, a Triang Lucy Homemaker Super Mixer. It's all there. It's in great condition. The Walt Disney Hoopla game, that's got the hoops in it as well in its original box. These are old toys, these ones, proper retro stuff. Merritt Noah's Ark. Of course, no good toy auction would be complete without a puppet. And the original Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse Fun Castle roller coaster. There is one of the cars missing in that one, and a couple of the flags, but generally speaking, most of it's there, and it's still in a good box as well. Look at this, Mattel's Picture Maker Barbie Fashion Designer Set. This is really old stuff. And this was a bit of a treat. Lisa built this actually. This came from a house that we've been clearing, and it's an old pushchair, and it's in such good condition. We don't think it had ever been built before. It was still in the box, or in a cardboard box, and if you look at the tyres, there's no wear on them whatsoever. Lisa built it all up, and it's a lovely little sort of 1970s piece, that one. Some wooden jigsaws in the original wooden boxes as well. We get onto the dolls and things like that, and then more Lego. And then we get onto a lot of these original items. Look at that little Metoy model Hoover washing machine. And this one, this is a kids ride-along rally racing car. Rally didn't do much in the way of this stuff, but this trundle racer that they did here is pretty mint in the box, as you can see. And then we get onto this. Anybody that knows anything about Meccano. Meccano did this for a short time, Mogul they called it, and it was almost like their answer to the threat that was probably being posed at the time by Tonka. And these were quite big items. Now there is a bit of play worn, it is quite play worn, these boxes, but the items inside are pretty mint condition, as you can see. And you look how many there is, and look at this for a collection. You see the odd one of these on eBay, but this is just a huge collection of them. Then you get onto these Meccano sets. Now, I had Meccano when I was a kid. Can't say I ever got on with it. It was never my cup of tea, but people love it. Now, you've got one or two open boxes here, but then you get onto what it can only be described as a real treat for the collector. As you get here, as you can see, Meccano multi-kit crane building set, sealed in its box. Sealed, never been opened. This one, look there, this is sealed as well. Even though the box lid's off, this has got a film seal over it. It's never been out of the box. You can see it better there on the picture. Look, you can see it's all sealed up, so all the pieces are there. This one sealed as well. Next one, Meccano crane construction set with motorized bits and bobs. Again, sealed in its box. Some of these are making good money on the internet. The number 4 set there, another motorized one, sealed as well. The person was a true collector. Meccano number 6 set there, again sealed as well. And then the 5, which is probably the biggest set out of the lot actually, is again all sealed. There is some absolutely amazing stuff in this. Let's have a look at little boxes of Lego Matchbox things, and then we're going to really set. I mean, look at that Scale Electric 200 set. Apart from having a bit of sun damage on the box, they've never even put the stickers on the cars. You know, this is how good this one is going to be. And then we come on to, which I've got to say is probably my favourite bit of the auction. Look at these dinky 1970s dinky items. Now, dinky stuff, of course, is extremely collectible, as is old Corgi, but to get them like this in the boxes with the original things over the top, just look at them. Every single one of them is in such good condition. Yes, there is some damage to some of the boxes and things, but generally speaking, the stuff on the inside is in absolutely fantastic condition. I quite like that one actually, the dinky Plymouth stock car. Look at that, in the original box as well. And then when you go through this, we've got some Britain stuff as well. And then we get onto some of the sort of older Matchbox and Corgi items. You know, listen guys, this is going to be one hell of an auction. I'm going to get the thing loaded up to Easy Live very, very soon. I'm just looking over there now. I think we're about half an hour off that. So we will be going live with the auction tonight. So then you can start having a look through and getting your wish list together of some of the things that you might want to buy. I mean, look at that. The diesel roller there, I mean, I've never seen one in that condition. It is mint in there. Doesn't look like it's ever been out of the box. And then some of the dinky stuff, the dinky model kits, you know, even the Corgi tanks. I mean, when you look, the missiles that the tanks fire are still attached to the cardboard. They've never been used. You can see the same with that one there, and that one as well. There you go, look, showing you at a different angle. And then the Corgis are pretty much the same as well, but it doesn't all just stay like that. We move on a little bit. We've got the bigger boxes, we've got some of the older stuff. Look at that, the Kojak Buick in the middle there. Fantastic lot, that one. The Corgi 900 series, through the Matchbox. Models of yesteryear. Then we've got some dinkies that have got sort of packages open a little bit. Paul Senior's put there, how do I watch this from the start as you keep freezing it? Right, okay, Paul, the pictures for this will be going, the whole catalogue will be being uploaded to Easy Live Auctions in the next half an hour or so you'll be able to go through it at your leisure. Okay, Paul, if you just, I'm not actually freezing anything. I don't know if the internet's doing anything. Look at that Eddie Stobart collection. They're all sealed in the box as well. And then we move on to some of the smaller Corgi items, even though these are quite big. They're not the tiny ones like you'd use on track and stuff, on the old Matchbox track, but these are the bigger versions. And we've done some of these in sort of bigger lots, mainly based on value, sort of Tonka stuff. But as you can see, the condition is unbelievable. Everything is in its boxes still. This was a proper collection. Do you remember them? Are they still on the go? Grattan warehouses. They went on to be Grattan catalogue, did they? Are they the ones? Freeborns of North London, removals. And look at these. I mean, just look at the condition of these. These are quite big as well. Look at the price there. I mean, you're thinking the 1970s, £3.89. Now, that was a few quid to spend on a toy. We've got the, look at that, Mark 1 Corvette, boat, dinky armoured cars. There is just so much. Look at some of these dinky toys. They're absolutely unbelievable. Anyway, listen, I'm not going to bore you all night long with this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the pictures. I'm just in the process of getting the pictures uploaded onto Easy Live now. Hopefully that we'll be able to get that on for you tonight. And then you'll be able to look through this at your leisure. So far, there's about nearly 700 lots in this one. I can tell you as well, when you look at that one there, it says a collection of 6. We did find the other one. That has now been added since we did that picture. We'll get that picture updated. But that is now a full set of 6. Then we get on some of the dinky stuff. Look at this. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the amount of stuff that there is in this sale. It's going to be a cracking auction. I'm really looking forward to this one. Listen guys, thank you for taking the time to just watch us for the last few minutes. We'll get this one uploaded. I'll leave this running across for you for the next few minutes, and let me just turn the sound off so I can carry on doing stuff. I'll leave this running for you, and then you can have a look at the rest of the pictures. And then what we shall do, let me just turn the sound off. What we shall do, we'll get it uploaded to Easy Live. Thanks so much, and we'll speak to you all soon.